On OSRC News at 7, President Tinubu launches a renewed hope mechanization program to boost agriculture. Olowo Oba Ogunwoye confirms memorial demolition, says consent should be directed to traditional council. And from the foreign scene, Iran executes man convicted of spying for Israel amid ongoing conflict. In sports, Ondo State finishes second with 19 medals at 2025 Southwest Base competition. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7. My name is Adebimpe Akindele. We begin tonight from the national scene as President Bola Tinubu has launched the Renewed Hope Mechanization Program, a key initiative aimed at enhancing agricultural productivity across the country. Speaking at the launch, President Tinubu said distributing modern farming equipment nationwide will unlock the country's abundant arable land and leverage its favorable climate for increased food production. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Yari described the program as a milestone in Nigeria's agricultural transformation journey, highlighting its potential to modernize farming practices and support food security.
We have here before us 2,000 high-quality tractors with trailers, plows, harrows, sprayers, and planters. We also have 10 state-of-the-art 330 horsepower combine harvesters, 12 fully equipped mobile workshops, and over 9,000 complementary implements and 9,000 sets of spare parts. This program was designed by this administration to bring over 550,000 hectares of farmland under cultivation, generate more than 2 million metric tons of staple food, create over 16,000 jobs, and directly benefit more than 550,000 farming households across all 6 geopolitical zones. Beyond equipment delivery, this initiative offers a complete support system. It includes mandatory training for operators and mechanics.
The allocation of this equipment throughout the country, we do a lot to give our nations abundant arable land and favorable climate that we have. We must seize the opportunity to achieve complete agricultural independence and food sovereignty. To all stakeholders receiving this equipment, deploy them with maximum efficiency. We will work with you. We will supervise you at various locations. And we will hold you accountable. Let history record this day as the beginning of Nigeria's agricultural renaissance, where modern technology meet our farmers' legendary resilience to create unprecedented prosperity. I sincerely commend the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for their proactive efforts in addressing the food crisis and maintaining stability with our food system. 50 industrial-grade land preparation bulldozers, 12 fully equipped mobile workshops, 9,000 plus specialized farming implements. This equipment, when deployed, to empower mechanization and service providers, create job opportunities, make farmers easy and more sexy to our younger You don't have to use 18th century method for a 21st century agricultural farming. Our strategy encompasses year-round cultivation, drastically reducing our historical vulnerability to seasonal shortages. We have friends across the world. We have Belarus committed to a program that will empower our youth, teach them how to do things, get them off the street, empower them in technology, review mechanization, empower them in machine.
Back to Ondo State, the House of Assembly has expressed satisfaction with the just concluded screening of 12 commissioner nominees sent by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, described the process as thorough, transparent and reflective of the Assembly's commitment to good governance. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoyajari now reports.
The screening of the 12 commissioner nominees took place over several days, during which each candidate was questioned about their qualifications, experience, and plans for their respective portfolios, if confirmed. At the conclusion of the screening process for the 12 nominees presented by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Speaker of the Ondo State House of Assembly, Olamide Oladiji, commended the members of the House for their diligence and cooperation in fulfilling their legislative duties. He noted that the exercise was carried out in strict accordance with constitutional guidelines and with the highest level of professionalism.
In terms of their general performance, yes, they have the required qualification, and apart from required qualification, the required experience, they possess it, and apart from that, some of them are technocrats of a very fantastic note, and some of them are technocrat whom politician, of which you should know that, of course, all of them cannot be a technocrat altogether. So, and they have really performed.
Some of the nominees applauded the process and pledged their commitment to the overall development of the state.
Whatever the ministry that the governor deems fit that is given to me, you can be rest assured that by the special grace of God, I will use my energy, I will use my contacts to make sure that Ondo State is projected in a very positive way. The innovation we are bringing to Ondo State is that every consumer of electricity in Ondo State must be able to have access to 24 hours, 7 days, every week of electricity.
We are changing narratives, and the government will have to. There's not time to be discussing a lot of things now, but we are bringing new solution to the old system. That's what we are bringing.
The exercise, which is part of efforts to strengthen democratic governance, provided lawmakers with an opportunity to thoroughly scrutinize Mrs. Idowu Ajanaku, Abiola Olawoye, Johnson Alabi, and Segun Omoyofumi. Meanwhile, the House has received an additional list of 4 nominees who are expected to undergo screening before the end of the week. From Ondo State House of Assembly, Omoshiliola Adesoyajari, Osrc News.
Ondo State government has reiterated commitment to forging stronger partnerships with professional bodies as part of efforts to enhance governance and institutional development. Deputy Governor Olaide Adelami spoke during a courtesy visit by members of the Nigeria Institute of Management Southwest Zone ahead of their regional summit scheduled to hold in Akure. Comment House correspondent Zimo Ebemi filed the report, and it's presented from our studio.
The delegation led by Mr. Olatunji Adeboye, the Ondo State branch chairman and representative of Southwest Zonal chairman, was at the deputy governor's office to seek collaboration and officially inform the government of the forthcoming Southwest Management Summit. Adeboye noted that the summit to be hosted in Akure will bring together delegates from all 6 states of the Southwest to discuss critical issues around management, leadership, and public sector innovation.
The theme is tailored to address digitalized management application of AI in 21st century management, among others. In building resilient organization at the uncertain time, it focuses on equipping professional managers
We apologize for that. That report may still come your way in the course of this bulletin. Moving to another story, the Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogoye, through the Olowo Council, has clarified that the demolition of the memorial park built to honor victims of the June 5, 2022 attack at St. Francis Catholic Church, decision to site the memorial near the palace was opposed by both the Olowo Council and the community, as it conflicted with long-standing cultural traditions. About Ogoye's plans to release detailed information about the events leading to the development. The monarch also urged those with concerns to direct them to the traditional institution rather than Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, who was not involved in the demolition decision. In other news, the Northern Senators Forum has condemned the brutal killing of innocent passengers in Plateau State, describing the attack as a barbaric and cowardly act that threatens Nigeria's unity. The incident occurred on Friday when unidentified assailants ambushed an 18-seater bus carrying travelers from Basawa community in Zaria, Kaduna State, to Kwaan Pan local government area in Plateau State. At least 12 passengers were killed and 19 others injured. Chairman of the Northern Senators Forum, Abdulaziz Musa Yahadua, extended condolences to the victims' families and Kaduna State government. He described the killings as a violation of Nigeria's constitutional right to free movement and called for swift justice. The forum urged the Nigeria Police Force to strengthen intelligence capabilities and the federal government to equip security agencies with modern communication tools to prevent future attacks. It also appealed for calm among communities to avoid reprisal violence and called on Plateau State authorities to promote peaceful coexistence among ethnic and religious groups. Middle East unrest forces price of petrol to rise again, plus other stories. That's after the break. To know that you're still there. For feedback and comments, visit the station's website, TV. You can watch us live on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel, OSRC TV, Ondo. And now to the rest of the news. To enhance good governance, improve service delivery, and strengthen public trust, democratically elected local government chairmen in Ondo State have embarked on a 3-day training program. The initiative is a collaborative effort between the Ondo State chapter of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria Algon at the Public Service Training Institute. Omori Olangbeji reports that all the 18 local government chairmen participated in the exercise.
On January 18, 2025, citizens of Ondo State went to the polls across the 18 local government areas to elect their grassroots representatives. The successful candidates were sworn in a month later by the state governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, to ensure sustainable grassroots development and the success of democratic governance. The newly inaugurated council bosses converged on the Public Service Training Institute, Ilaramokin, for a training session aimed at deepening their understanding of leadership responsibilities.
There are certain things that we must place premium on.
The training covered policy formulation and strategic planning, information technology, security management, and addressing unique challenges within each council area.
We must implement robust financial management system. Before you spend money, the Finance and General Purpose Committee is there. Hold F&GPC meeting as appropriate.
Building a development-oriented local government administration in Ondo State. And that's, it carries a lot of weight. Development-oriented. We're not only just becoming chairmen, we're not only administering our local government areas, but there is a purpose, there is a reason.
The session also provided a platform for participants to ask pressing questions and share experiences. Algon chairman Benga Fashua described the training as timely and essential for acquiring practical leadership skills and for promoting transparency and good governance.
This is informed the need for us to get rooted with the principles, policies of local government and the rudiments of how it's being run, and of course for better understanding of local government. This is going to be periodic. It's going to be a periodic workshop that will be happening. More important, just to make us acquainted with the development of the local government and, of course, for effective and efficiency in the running of the governance.
Chairman of the Training Institute, Olumide Ashere, emphasized that the serene and conducive environment of the institute allowed participants to brainstorm, interact, and return to their respective councils re-energized.
This forum provides opportunity for government to integrate them, to bring them on board, and to make them to be part of the Awais agenda so that they can deliver to the people of Ondo State.
The participants posited that the experience has equipped them with better tools to serve their constituents effectively.
We have a lot of take-home there. I'm talking about the one that just been delivered by Dr. Bayo Lawoli this morning too. It's another juicy aspect of it, and that one gave us an in-depth into the local government administration.
We got here, and I can tell you, we will not go back the same. We've achieved so much within the last 3 days, and we are grateful to it.
There will be changes. You know your duties as a local government chairman. You know the duties of the organ that is working with you. You know the duties of the DFS that is working with you. Places that you'll be pulling with them, no, don't do this, no, you know you know what they should do.
The 3-day workshops was held under the theme, Building a Development-Oriented Local Government Administration in Ondo State. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
We now go back to the DGov story again. Ondo State government has reiterated commitment to forging stronger partnerships with professional bodies as part of efforts to enhance governance and institutional development. Deputy Governor Olaide Adelami spoke during a courtesy visit by members of the Nigeria Institute of Management's Southwest Zone ahead of their regional summit scheduled to hold in Akure. Government House correspondent Zimo Ebiemi filed a report, and it's presented from our studio.
The delegation led by Mr. Olatunji Adegboye, the Ondo State branch chairman and representative of Southwest Izona chairman, was at the deputy governor's office to seek collaboration and officially inform the government of the forthcoming Southwest Management Summit. Adegboye noted that the summit to be hosted in Akure will bring together delegates from all 6 states of the Southwest to discuss critical issues around management, leadership, and public sector innovation.
The theme is tailored to address digitalized management application of AI in 21st century management, among others. In building resilient organization at the uncertain time, it focuses on equipping professional managers
We now go on to take foreign news. United Nations Security Council has convened an emergency session to discuss the recent U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. While U.S. President Donald Trump claims the damage to the Fordo site is monumental, the head of the International Atomic Energy stated that the extent of damage remains unknown. The session saw heated exchanges with Iran's ambassador, warning of a proportionate response, and the U.S. envoy reiterating Trump's threat of retaliation against any Iranian attacks. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed dismay at the escalation, having called for peace just 48 hours prior. Aderunke Kolawole completes the story.
Why President Donald Trump says damage to the Fordo nuclear site is monumental. Rafi Ghazi, the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, told an emergency session of the UN Security Council the real damage to the heavily fortified site remains unknown.
This time, no one, including the IAEA, is in a position to assess the underground damage at Fordo.
Iran's ambassador to the UN used the council meeting to warn the United States.
As an independent, peace-seeking nation, the Islamic Republic of Iran has repeatedly warned the warmongering U.S. regime to refrain from stumbling into this quagmire. Even though Iran reserves its full and legitimate right under international law to defend itself against this blatant U.S. aggression and its Israeli proxy.
U.S. military strikes.
The U.S. envoy repeated comment by President Trump.
Any Iranian attack, direct or indirect, against Americans or American bases will be met with devastating retaliation.
In a sign for how rapidly the situation on the ground is evolving, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres made a call for peace just 48 hours ago.
I have a simple and clear message. Gave peace a chance.
And now this.
That call was not heeded. Instead, the bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities by the United States marks a perilous turn in a region that is already reeling.
Aderunke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, Iran's judiciary says it has executed a man found guilty of spying for Israel as fighting between the two countries entered its 11th day. The judiciary said Mohammed Amin Magdavi Shasheti was hanged for intelligence cooperation with Israel. He was alleged to have had ties with Mossad, Israel's foreign intelligence agency, and convicted of collaborating with Iran International, a Persian language TV channel based in London that is critical of the Iranian government. In sports, Ondo State has emerged as second at the 2025 Southwest Basic Education School Sports based competition held at the National Stadium, Lagos, securing a total of 19 medals, coming second. The impressive haul included 7 gold, 7 silver, 5 bronze medals. The team's standout athlete, Omobobola Ojotimi, won gold in the 200-meter girls and the 100-meter 4 by 100 meters mixed relay, as well as silver in the 100-meter girls and the 4 by 100 meter mixed relay, as well as silver in the 100-meter girls and 4 by 100 meter girls events. However, a gold medal initially won by Omobobola and her teammates in the 4 by 100 meters relay was controversially withdrawn after a rerun ordered by Lagos officials, despite Ondo finishing ahead in the original race. Other gold medalists from Ondo include Precious Sunday in the 400-meter girls, Israel Olorunfemi in the 400-meter boys, Femi Adeniro and Esther Aderemi in the high jump boys and girls, and Ejike Emmanuel, who won the Scrabble boys event. Lagos topped the competition with 9 gold medals, while Ekiti State finished third with 5 gold medals. Before we go tonight, we take a look at the major stories again. President Bola Tinubu has launched the Renewed Hope Mechanization Program, a key initiative to boost Nigeria's agricultural productivity. We told you that the Olowo Oba Ajibade Ogoye has taken responsibility for the demolition of the Memorial Park, honoring victims of the June 5, 2022 St. Francis Catholic Church attack. He clarified that the decision supported by the Olowo in council and the community was due to the park's initial location conflicting with cultural traditions from the foreign scene. Iran's judiciary has announced that it has executed a man who was convicted of spying for Israel and having ties with its foreign intelligence agency. Also, lastly, in sports, Ondo State has secured second place at the 2025 Southwest Basic Education School Sports Competition in Lagos, earning 19 medals, 7 gold, 7 silver, and 5 bronze medals. That's the news tonight. Thank you for being there. Good night.
Nigeria's Farmers Intervention Agency, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, is 25. And to celebrate this Silver Jubilee, the NDDC invites you to be part of several activities lined up to mark this great milestone, beginning with a Thanksgiving service on Sunday, the 6th of July 2025 at St. Thomas Anglican Church, Akure, Ondo State, time 10 a.m. This will be immediately followed by a reception at the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome, in Akure, Ondo State. On Monday, 7th July, World Press Conference at 10 a.m. and later a red carpet and movie premiere at 5 p.m. at the Dome, Okpanam Road, Asaba, Delta State. Tuesday, 8th of July, it's the Youth and Women's Day and it will hold by 10 a.m. in Owerri, Imo State. Wednesday, 9th of July, commissioning of Imiringi Ogbia Road in Bayelsa State by 10 a.m. On Thursday, July 10th, it's the Art and Culture Day at the Elekaya Stadium in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Procession starts by 10 a.m. from the Polo Club. Saturday, July 12, 2025, a plenary session at the Opiwali Cultural Center in Port Harcourt. Registration starts at 9:30 a.m. The Silver Jubilee celebrations will be rounded off with a gala night and beauty